Hello there, beautiful people, and welcome to another episode of the MTN Super Falcons show. My name is Oserame Inegbenebo, and as you already know, this is that show that brings you ever closer to the Super Falcons, bringing you information about our wonderful team on and off the pitch. Now, today's episode promises to be no different as we continue our countdown to the biggest FIFA Women's World Cup ever, starting from July the 20th to August the 20th. Now, it's officially 11 weeks to this tournament with 32 teams participating. And of course, the Super Falcons will be representing Nigeria at this global showpiece. Now, in today's episode, we go down a memory lane as we take a look at the USA 1999 team. That is the Super Falcons' best performance at the World Cup. We take a look at these ladies. They talk to us about what inspired them to that tournament, and of course drop one or two nuggets for our Super Falcons as they go to this tournament. But first off, we go on a quick break and we will be right back.
I wish you were here.
I'm always with you.
Get ready to encounter the incredible. And remember, no be juju, na MTN 5G.
Welcome back. You are still locked on to the MTN Super Falcons show. Now, just before we went on that break, we were talking about the phenomenal performance that the Super Falcons delivered at USA 1999. Now, today on this episode, we go down memory lane and take a look at some of the highlights from USA 1999, which featured Captain Flores Omagbemi, Patience Avre, Messi, Akide Udo, and Chiejene, and of course, a host of others. Let's take a look.
Nigeria have speed at every position, as Tony DeChico told us earlier in the scouting report, but the USA likes to play against teams that play open like they do. In the air over back, Fowley couldn't get it. Nigeria busting in, the shot, and a goal! Okosieme!
Nigeria began an equally spectacular comeback, which started with Emiafu's 63rd minute goal. It seemed to breathe new life into the Nigerian cause. And sure enough, moments later they scored a second through Okosieme. Anything now seemed possible. And when Akini made the most of a loose ball inside the penalty area, Nigeria have clawed their way back to 3-3, forcing the game into extra time and the possibility of golden goals.
Such nostalgia. Now, I know some of you that are watching this show hadn't been born by then, but it's fine. That's what we do on the Super Falcons show. We take you down memory lane, and if you didn't already have that memory, we ingrain it there. Well, now, if you're not already following us across all social media platforms, this is the perfect time to do so. It's at MTN NG on Instagram and Twitter, and it's MTN Nigeria on Facebook and YouTube, and of course, our very own MTN Super Falcons show handle across all social media platforms. Now, as we said at the beginning of the show, this episode is all about the Super Falcons legend. Now, in this next interview, we take a look and we listen to some nuggets and, of course, how the Super Falcons were inspired for USA 1999. We sit down and talk with Stella Mbachu and first choice goalkeeper and Chiejene as they tell us what inspired them and, of course, drop a few advice for our Super Falcons.
I could remember 1999 was the time we went for this World Cup. We prepared very well. Preparation matters a lot. The success of that team then was good preparation. There's nothing, no doubt about it. Good preparation was our why we did very well. I must tell you, because that was my first outing. That was my first World Cup, and I was opportunity to be in the team. Then, determination. You see all of us then, see about 20 to 5 players of us, we are all determined to play. Unlike now, some players do come from their different clubs from outside just for 1 week or 3 days, then they went to competition. Then we are together. Even in our league, we see about 4 or 5 players in a club, 2, 3 players in the club, 4 players in the club. Then we are together.
I wish I can turn the clock anti-clockwise. That set was one of the best sets we ever have. I pray that we will have one again like that, because that set was full of commitment, the passion we have. There's a bond together. Even after we lost against US 7-1, we came back to the hotel, we sat ourselves down, we spoke to each other. Oh, we have not come here to play, we have come here to get something out of this place. I think every team has its own drive. Every team has, I call it like a bond. We have our own bond, is that we want to make a name. By then, nobody knows anything about female football. We are the one that wanted to make name with it. And so that is why we normally, there's something we normally say, I want to speak it in pidgin, we die there. It means that we are there, we will kill ourselves for us not to get to know. Instead of all of us will die there. That's just a phrase we have. And so once we say that, we die there, everybody, even if you are one leg, you have just one leg, you want to play.
Ovieme.
Oh, I wish you were here.
I'm always with you.
But it's not the same without you.
Drop it that.
MTN 5G's amazing technology will change how we experience life and the internet. Get ready to encounter the incredible, and remember, no be juju, na MTN 5G.
Well, you've heard from our legends what inspired them, and hopefully the Super Falcons are inspired by this message. And we are rooting for them all the way to Australia, New Zealand, the finals, wherever it ends up. Now, just before we leave you, as is customary on this show, this is the Who Am I segment. You have to tell us who is in this silhouette, and you could win yourself freebies courtesy MTN. So, who am I? You have to tell us who that player is. Drop your answers across all social media platforms at MTN NG. It is again on Instagram and Twitter, MTN Nigeria on Facebook and YouTube, and of course the MTN Super Falcons show handle across all social media platforms. That's the much we can take for today. Remember that this show airs 9 a.m. every Tuesday on NTA, and you can also catch it on MTN's Ayoba app. My name is Oserame Inegbenebo, and I will see you next week. It's bye for now.